There we go. Hi, y'all. Okay. I don't know if she'll agree to a close-up. Will she agree to a close-up?
No.
No?
Okay.
Oh, you don't ever want a close-up?
No.
That seems like, you know, forever. That's like forever. How are y'all doing tonight? All right. So, hopefully y'all are doing well. Tonight, we're going to do our Scarecrow. Alright, so let me just show you the sign again. So it's this side. So this is our Wreath of the Month. This is our Wreath of the Month kit. It's really cute because it has these like kind of rusty browns and turquoise in it. So we have this really pretty, it's almost like a copper kind of brown color. I just think it's so pretty. We're going to do Poof with this. And it's going to look really pretty against this. My dad's here, y'all. So Sassy is like, I have to go see what he's doing. Yeah, Mama's here. And we're going to use it against this really pretty light turquoise. So we'll set this here. And then we have a rust ribbon. Look at the 10 yard. Isn't this pretty? So it has all the colors in it. It has the rust, the brown, the kind of burgundy color, and the turquoise, which of course is in these colors as well. Okay. So I can get kind of zoomed in so I can show y'all a little bit. Just stop. It's hot here too. So hot. Yep. It was raining a little bit earlier. I was kind of hoping, you know, that it would cool it down a little bit, but who knows? You just never know about this weather here. They're all saying, hey, Mama.
Hi, everybody.
She says hi. All right, so I'm going to cut them at 12 inches, which on the comb is this. So this is 14, 13, 12. So it's this second little slot. Oh, I'm so glad you've learned a lot. That makes me happy. All right, so we just slide it in. Let's throw it on the floor. It's just easier. Of course, if you have cats, it's probably not a good idea to throw it on the floor because they'll be chasing after it. But other than that, that's pretty good. Let's see, that's 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Try to make sure I'm not going to accidentally cut too many. 8 and 9. So we do 9 of each at 12 inches. Okay. There we go. Then we just plop it on out. Then you just cut at the top and the bottom. And then you have all 9. Just makes it a lot faster. So how are y'all? Oh, wonderful. I'm excited about this one. I really like this color. And I think it's a color that probably people wouldn't think to pick. But it's going to be really pretty with these other colors against it. This could kind of look, so this one could look copper, it could look gold, it could kind of look a little yellow. So it's going to kind of change a little bit based on what's next to it, which is why I think it's going to be really pretty. And colors like this are really pretty against lighter colors. So it's going to make it stand out and pop. We like that. Are you in heat warnings? Oh my. It is hot today. Very. It does look like copper, right? Like those kind of cool copper pans. I know, I love this sign. I love the little couple. The little scarecrow hugging couple. Okay. So I'm going to get my pieces out here. Make sure we have the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay. We'll open the bottom. Did you just do a scarecrow couple today? We're actually going to do, we're not going to do a scarecrow tomorrow, but we are going to use something that I think a lot of people use in scarecrow. It's a, it's like a copper color is the mesh. Okay. There. All right, so we should be set. So we're going to start off with a poof. And so what we'll do is we'll start off with a poof, and then we'll cut what's left over, and we'll take those and make them into curls so that we can bring the color back up to the top. So we won't lose the color by putting it as poofs and putting the ruffles on top. Okay, good. Yeah, I think I replied back about your signs. So I'm working on the black and white and the bear. All right, so I just gather it together like this at the bottom. I like to use zip ties and skip the first tie. I know, aren't they pretty? So I just take the zip tie. I tie it on right before the tie I want to start with. Might help if my zip tie was turned around correctly. Is there something wrong? Oh, it's allergies. It's just allergies. Don't worry. Yeah. I think when it rains, it kind of stirs them up a little bit. That's all. I'm fine, though. Okay. So, see, once we get it tied on, we're just going to skip this first tie. So, we're just going to leave it just like that. What we're going to do is we're going to take these really rough edges, and we're going to tuck them right underneath, kind of like roll them in like this. All right, and then we're going to put our hand like this so that we can keep them tucked under. We're going to go pull them kind of straight across to the first tie like this, then to the second tie, then we're going to come back, and that's going to be about a 10-inch poof. Oh, did you make it already? All right, so 1, 2, look at me. I better move these. I'm going to be knocking them all over the place. And then back. You're going to do this all the way around. The best thing is that everybody's comes out looking different. I think that's what's so fun, is that everybody's looks different. 1, 2, then back. This is just the easiest way to do them so that you don't, you don't have inconsistent poofs. They're going to look very similar. Okay. There we go. So 1, 2, then back. Ooh, I don't like the heat either. It's awful. 1, 2. See, once you have those edges tucked under, they should stay under for the rest of the time. Okay, so 1, 2, then back. Because the most important part of making the poof is to keep that little rough edge tucked underneath, because that's what makes it look kind of wavy and wonky, is that edge. So as long as you keep that tucked under, you're not going to see it. Ah, pancake. Cool. Okay, so we're back to where we started. So you can see there's the tie that we started with. Okay, so we're going to go to where that tie is. We're going to kind of squash this poof down, get our measurement, then come back, and now we're going to use this tie. So we didn't use it before, now we're going to use it. Complain about the weather? Yeah, it's not going to help. Okay, so now you can't tell where we started. Hey! And where we stopped. So you see how that little bitty trick makes it so you can't tell anything. You can't tell from the back, and you can't tell from the front. It just makes it very seamless so that you're not going to be able to tell where you started and where you stopped. Woo, 102. All right, so now we're going to open the top up. They are fun to make. That Miss Melly Mel is a smart cookie. Okay. Now I'm going to take my mesh. I'm going to go straight up. So just pull it straight up to the second, to the top. I like to go from the bottom to the top. If you like to go from the top to the bottom, you're just going to do it in the opposite order. Okay. I don't know why I like to go from the bottom to the top. It's just what I've always done. I do the same thing. I use my zip tie. I tie it down. I skip this first tie. And once again, I'm going to take a minute to make sure I tuck this edge and this edge under. Then take my hands, make my little circle, and go 1, 2, and back. Are you getting her talking about that again already? Okay, so 1, 2, and back. Where is the, does it only have one? Oh no, it's right there. I was having trouble finding the little tie. It was hiding. 1, 2, and back. Isn't this color pretty? You're not that late. We haven't really gotten that far. We really just started. The poofs don't really take that long, so it's the rest of it takes a while. Hey, how are y'all tonight? All right. So 1, 2, and back to the beginning. I only want them if they're in snow form. I'm going to have to go see somebody that has snow this year. I need to see snow. Not like, I mean, we got to see snow this year and it was really pretty and I really enjoyed it. But like, I want to go to the snow. You know, like walk out in it. And like throw a couple snowballs or something. There we go. So we're back to where we started. See, so there it is. There's our zip tie. So we do the same thing we did on the bottom. 1, 2, kind of squash this one. Come back. Tie it down. Now, just like on the bottom, it's seamless and you can't tell where we started. So now we'll take, and you want to cut off a couple of inches, all right? Then we'll take this piece, just kind of push it down. See how the poofs look pretty consistent? If they look a little bit strange, just go in there and just kind of rearrange it. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to zip tie it down. So I like to use 3 zip ties when I'm doing a poof. You will? Thank you. That would be wonderful. I want some. I actually have a lot of family that lives in Ohio. I need to go see them when it gets cold. Okay, so we got our poofs made. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's pretty. Look how pretty that is.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's almost like caramel corn. Doesn't that kind of look like caramel corn? I think it does. So that's a really good question. So Andrea asked, how do I decide on my wreaths? Do I pick a sign and then the rest? So it depends. Sometimes, well, usually I kind of design my signs to match the other stuff. So usually I start with a ribbon and then I kind of go from there. So this one started with this ribbon. And then I just kind of had a specific theme I wanted to do. And so I just did something that I knew was going to match these colors and just, you know, give it a really cute, wonderful theme. And then I just kind of picked the colors and stuff from there. All right, let's do our curls. Okay. Yeah, but sometimes if I find a mesh that I just love, then everything comes from the mesh. Sometimes if I find something else I love, it comes from that. Butterscotch, ooh yeah. I can see that too. It depends on what catches my eye. The great thing about designing my own signs is that it gives me the flexibility of being able to do it any way I want because I'm designing my own signs. So I can use whatever colors I want and I'll just pick a theme. It makes it much easier. Much easier than it used to be. Whoops. Hold on. There we go. I was getting too close to the side. Okay. I'm cutting these at 8 inches. It's because I have this box over here to show y'all of this ribbon stuff we got in. Stay. Oh, have you? Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you do it. You just do what calls to you, right? It's like, I kind of think of it like putting an outfit together, right? So you want things that match and complement each other. So that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for things that match and complement. Right? Like you wouldn't put certain things together when you wear them. So you wouldn't do that with a wreath either. Okay. Let's see if I can get one more. I could probably even get that one. All right. There we go. All right, now, whoop, it's just stuck together. Now we can start putting it together. So I think, let's see, where did I put? 102. Whew! Yeah, it's probably that today too. Y'all see? Yeah, I think so. Oh my gosh. It's just too hot, isn't it? Alright, so we're just going to do a ruffle, and then we'll put a curl on top, and we'll put the ribbons on top of that. Okay, I'm going to move our sign over here. Okay, so we'll just put our ruffle out. I'm going to take, so for those of you who stress about phrase, right? First, let me say this. About the only way you're ever going to get completely rid of phrase is if you cut with a wood burning tool or you seal it. And honestly, unless you're making a flower, it's too much effort. Just tuck it under like this. And yeah, there might be some phrase under there, but you're not really going to see it. It's not going to be obvious. All right, so then we just go straight up the center to do our ruffle. And I just grab the end and just kind of roll it in. I'm going to kind of twist it up like this. And then grab, this is just going to save me some time. So grab my little curl, and I'll put it in. Then grab my ribbon. Are you stuck in a rut? What season are you working on? What season are you working on right now? Okay, so we take them all out together and we place it down. This is just kind of a time saver. Kind of trim some of this off. There we go. Pull your curl up, kind of spread your ruffle out like that. Isn't that cute? So what I do when I start getting in a rut is I will make something that I really like in a season that may or may not be going on. And that usually does the trick for me. So like, let's say I've been doing spring and I'm like, it's nowhere near time to do Christmas, but I really am thinking about Christmas trees or whatever. I'll go do that, and then that usually helps me get kind of back into getting creative again. Sometimes you just need to take a couple days off. It's okay to do that too. Alright, so let's get this one done. Let's see how to do it this way. So this way, we put it on one at a time. So this, so either way works. Then this. Then this. I love these two ribbons together. Ooh, teacher's wreath. Yeah. Oh yeah, are y'all talking about how you can cook eggs on a plate outside? It's so hot. Yeah, yeah. It's a hot summer. It's just miserable. There. So then you just do the same things. So either way you do it works fine. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. Hi. How are y'all? See, isn't it pretty with this kind of darker, richer color with this lighter, kind of brighter color? 104. Whew. 118. Oh, with humidity. Yeah, I don't know what it was today. It was hot. 100, I think it was like 100 here. I don't know what it was with the humidity. hot. It was hot. That's all I know. Just hot. Okay. If you have one of these and you want it to stand up, you have to take your mesh and push it back like this to give it some weight to stand up, and then it will. Well, I'm going to tell you, we had to take Sassy in to get her blood pressure checked today for her heart thing. And of course, you know, Bella had to go with us. So they were both stressed out. And Bella got really stressed out because they took Sassy and they didn't take her, and she was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, waiting for them to bring, you know, Sassy back out. So she's kind of worn out this evening because they had to put Sassy on blood pressure medication. So her blood pressure was a little high. Yeah. But she's doing fine. It wasn't terrible. It was just slightly elevated. So, yes, I can show the sign. There it is. I can see it. Poor little girl. Did Sassy palette? Well, they had to, y'all, they had to, the color of the mesh, I don't know. I'll have to go back and look, Marsha. They had to shave like one of her front paws to do the blood pressure. Learned some interesting things today. Did you know that on dogs, they only take the diastolic pressure on dogs, and that they wanted to see it like around or below 200. Wow. Very different from people. So, I was like, okay. It's actually like a copper kind of color. But yeah, it could be kind of a dark gold. Here, let's see. Let me see if I can get it up kind of close. Can you see it? Y'all can see it. It is very pretty. It's kind of like a copper gold. I think that's what the color is copper gold. So hers was $240. So we had to start a little bit of blood pressure meds. I mean, it wasn't terrible, just slightly elevated. So yeah, you know, it's tough when they start getting older.
It's stressed being at the vet, too.
Oh, yeah, they were stressed. They were stressed. So I usually use 4 different ribbons. Do I always use 2.5 and 2 1.5? Not always. I just like that combination. But sometimes I'll only use 2 ribbons, or sometimes I'll use 3 ribbons. I'll use 2 2.5 and 1 1.5, or I'll use 1 2.5 and 2 1.5s. I just like the combination of those together, so that's the reason why I do that. It just fits nicely, so that's why I do it. There's no special reason. You know, there's no rules. There's no rules in wreath making. Ruffles are 20 inches. The wooden door hangers, so we just staple some of the rustic wire onto the back of it, is all we do. You can use the little 1/4 inch staples. And then I usually use like a piece of felt or something like that to cover it up. Do I have any of the door hangers? I don't know if I have. I'll get one to show you for tomorrow. I'll bring one over. I don't know if I have any over here that I could show you, the door hangers. I'll bring one over and show it to you. So one of the reasons I don't really like to do tails on the bottom that are both 2.5 inches is because they're so large, it's kind of hard to spread them out. On the top, it's easy. On the bottom, it's kind of hard, but it's kind of easy to do 1.5 inch, but 2.5 inches is a little bit more difficult. I mean, you can do 3 ribbons and it's just harder to see them all. I guess I'm a little bit more frugal. I don't really like to use excessive stuff because yes, we did watch Virgin River. We finished it.
Yeah.
I finished it. I'm caught up now. I forgot to tell you, I caught up last night.
Oh.
I finished last night.
But I'm mad.
I mean, the only thing I was mad about was Charmaine, but
Everything was left undone.
well, I mean, they found out that he was the father, so that wasn't left undone, right? Oh, and you're talking about her leaving. Is that it? That won't stand. Casey's like, call me later. I will. I know I forgot to tell you earlier, I got distracted. We try to be really quick with shipping. Sometimes the door hangers can take a little bit of time, but if it's not door hangers and we don't have a bunch of orders for them, then generally speaking, we ship pretty quickly. And even if it is a door hangers, we usually ship within a couple days. So. I like having 2 different sizes, but you know, there's no rule that says that you have to. We can make a couple, and so you can see what it looks like. If you want, I'd be happy to do that if you'd like to see what it looks like. The is it the school bus? It's done. She finished it today. Is that the one you had? Isn't that the one you had? Because that one got done today. We made a, we did a pencil today. It's really cute. This is a deco mesh ruffle tool that I created. It's just in my shop. Hi. It's just shop.hardworkingmom.com. Yeah, the only thing that takes a while are the dang shippers. Unfortunately, we can't really control those guys. I would like to wring their necks sometimes. I do too. I like these colors. And it'll look great once we get everything on it, because then, you know, it ties in together. Got things flying everywhere. Let's see, we're on this one. Oh, and don't forget, if you place an order that has at least $100 in it, make sure you put the free gift in it. just put in the code, go find the product that's called free gift and put it in your cart so that my girls won't forget to put it in your box. I don't think that that's an exclusive problem to you. We all have that problem with buying too much ribbon and wanting to put all of it into the same project. Yeah, it's something that you learn over time to kind of be more cautious with how much you put, because the thing is that it's really nice, but when you put a ton of stuff in it, it may take longer to sell, and you have a lot more in it. So you don't want to do that until you have a good, you know, supply of customers who are buying from you on a regular basis. Right? It's just smart. There we go. I knew these colors would look good together. Y'all know just to ignore me, I get excited. We are all ribbon-holics. It's a thing. I wish y'all could see some of the ribbon stashes I have. Even after I cleared out my ribbon stash, I still have so much. It's just hiding up in Narnia is all. Oh, I know I want to go to Costco and get the ribbon. I got to do that. You want to go to Costco with me?
We don't belong to Costco.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go with you.
Thank you.
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
Yeah. That's so true. Yeah, the shoe racks. Oh my gosh. The amount of shoe racks I used to have in that little bedroom upstairs. Y'all, one time I was renting part of Carson's closet because I had so much in that little guest room that I couldn't fit it in there. Oh, that's funny. So, how many days is the show? Is it just one day? My rule of thumb is usually about 50 wreaths per day, or 50 items. Doesn't have to be wreaths, just items. And that depends on the number of people. So, you know, if there's more, you take more. If there's less, you take less. I'm so glad you love the tool. I love it too. My hands don't hurt anymore. Okay. So up top, we just do the same thing. The only difference is we're going to spread our ribbons out. Just kind of spreading out. Mesh first. So we'll take, thank you. We'll take our ribbons. You know, we always do our little curls underneath to get our little birdie wings. We put it in, and then we spread it out here. Oh my gosh, you know, do you know that John's dad and now mom live in Tampa? So they're both down there now. I'm sure we'll have to come down there at some point. We'll have to go have lunch or something. when I come down there, Sandra. Okay. So let's do the rest of them. Here we go. I feel like I kind of have it. There we go. Now would be fun. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're going to be building this thing to take to this market that I'm going to be doing on the weekends. I was thinking about either doing a video or taking some pictures and stuff so I can show you how we do it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, we'll do that. Ugh, this is looking pretty, Ma.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Okay.
It's very different. I like that.
Well, of course it's going to be different. I'm not going to do the same old boring stuff.
Of course not.
Me too. I am so over summer. I'm over it. It was fun at the beginning. Now I'm done.
What are you over?
Summer. I'm over summer.
Oh.
Come on, fall. Let's go. I'm ready.
I have a long fall.
Yes. I just wish we had a fall. We just never have a fall. The truth is, summer lasts here forever.
Yeah.
It does. It just takes forever before summer's over. And does that work if you tell him to keep you away from the ribbon? Does it work for him to say no? Because that would never work for me. My husband would say, "Do you remember you said?" And I'd be like, too bad. I can be a very stubborn person. Yes, I can. What was it you called me today, Casey? Determined? Was it determined? I think it might have been determined.
That's a
Yeah.
good word. Yeah.
She's like, I don't know. You could be kind of determined. Like, yeah. Well, it's good to know your own mind, right? I don't think I want summer to last forever. I mean, if it was like, I don't know, like 70s or even like low 80s, I could do that. That would be fine with me. But this like 90s and like really hot, like 100. So we won't do Halloween as a monthly kit because we have some people who are in other countries who don't celebrate that. So we're pretty specific on those, but we probably will do one that is like just a kit. Yeah. Yep. There we go. What do you mean they've turned the cornfield into the desert? You want me to zoom in a little bit? Let's see if we can zoom in a little more. Is that a little better? Okay. Alright, so you just tie it right in here, like that. Spread it out. So this is why we put this back up top, because especially on the top, it's gonna kind of get buried a little bit. So you want to bring that color back up. Yeah, 70s and 80s. Low 80s. not the high 80s. Yes, you can. You are not required to order it monthly. You can do just one-offs. It's a choice. It's either just one-offs or subscription. The only difference is you get a little bit of a percentage off if you do it as a subscription. That's all. I love turquoise. It's one of my favorite colors. Clearly, since it's all over my logo. Okay. There we go. Can you see that a little better? See how when you tuck those edges under, even if it frays a little bit, it's just really not going to show because it's going to get tucked under. If you get frays inside of your curls, don't worry about that. I promise you, no one is going to be looking in there saying, there's a fray in there. The only people that are going to see it is going to be us. We see it. They're not going to see it. Do I have a process for the sides? Yes. So, it comes with everything that you see me doing. It comes with the frame, the mesh, the ribbons, and the sign. So, if I'm doing something, I'm going to have a fairly large bow on it, then I will do an 8-inch sign. If I'm doing something and I think I'm probably going to do a smaller bow and I kind of either want to put it in the middle or I want a larger sign, I'm going to do a 10-inch. If I want the sign to be in the middle with no bow, I will do a 12-inch only if I'm doing a very large wreath. That's kind of my rule of thumb. 7x9, kind of the same thing. Right, I generally will do it so that I either have a small bow and I'll put it on the side, or I'll kind of put it in the middle. And some of it is just budget too. Some of it is, you know, how much you want to spend on, because the signs are going to be priced differently based on their size. So, sometimes you just have to figure that out. What's $5? I don't know. What's $5? I homeschool my boys. Who does tutoring? You won't come tutor my boys? They'd kill me. I'd enjoy it. But they'd kill me. Oh, evergreen wreaths. And they were for $5 at Joann's. There you go, y'all. Go check out Joann's. We should do some mini bows on the bottom. What do y'all think? We haven't done those in a while. Like with these. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay. Well, it might help if I had already done. I'm getting a Oh yeah, I sure did. So yeah, don't do that. Just ignore what I did. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, now. So look how well this fits in with those colors. See how this kind of yellowy color kind of brings this color kind of back up? Okay, let's do, I feel like doing some mini bows. We haven't done those in a while. We still have a couple of these left for our bow, so I'll set these over here. Let's do a few mini bows to put on the bottom. It is, right? All right, so let's do 16 inches, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's plenty big. Okay, so we're gonna do 16 inches. La, la, la. And we'll make our bow. And we'll do like where the ones with the little pumpkin are. So there's 10 on the bottom, so we're gonna do 5. So we'll do every other one. There we go. I could never work at Hobby Lobby because I would never bring home a check, ever. Ever. Alright, so all you're going to do is overlap them about an inch or so. Then you just push it straight down and pinch it in the middle. That's as difficult as it is to make a little mini bow. Then I'm just going to go, just open this tie up and just put this in the tie, and then our tail turns into a bow. See? These are super easy and cute. So overlap and pinch. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Overlap and pinch. Just go in. Close it back over it. And there it goes. And I'm doing this with the 10-yard roll that's included because there's lots of extra. There's always lots of extra in the 10-yard roll. The blue and white pumpkin sign, the one we just did, I'm probably list it tomorrow. I think we had a couple requests for a few more of those kits. So I think we listed a few more. And I will list, I listed last month's sign and the month before, and I'll list that sign probably tomorrow. So yeah, it'll be there. Oh, well, I'm glad you caught us live, and I'm glad you like it. I like it too. Isn't that pretty with the little bows? I love the little mini bows. This would be cute if you had little tiny pumpkins to put on it. And I know Hobby Lobby has these little blue ones. I think this one actually came from Carolina Pottery, but see, they have those little colored ones. Which y'all can actually get. So you remember, I told you you can get the ones from the Dollar Tree, and you can paint them with Mod Podge. You just mix in Mod Podge and acrylic paint, and you can paint on those pumpkins and make them whatever color you want. There we go. All right. Now we can make our bow. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do our bow. Don't want to knock over the pumpkin. All right, let's do, we're going to do the rest on the bottom, I think. I do sell them. I'm so bad about listing them. But yes, I do sell them. We're going to get better about that. I love the mini bows too. I do too. All right, let's see. I'm going to come up here a little. All righty. You know what else is great about these? You can take the little stem out. And this is styrofoam. You can decorate them. Make them into little centerpieces. We just did that in my group. A couple times. It was fun. You haven't seen the mini bows? Oh, I love mini bows. Have we not done, has it been that long since we did mini bows? Wow. I need to get better about that. All right, so let's do like 6-inch tail. Let's do a spider bow. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll do 6 inches. So spider bow just means we're going to have the small tails. So small tails. Okay. There we go. So I designed my signs in Corel Draw. I also use Affinity, and I use Flexi and Canva. And sometimes I use Adobe. We teach it in our group. We sure do. As a matter of fact, I've been talking to someone about coming on and doing some Affinity for us. Okay, so I did the 3 loops. Let's do, well, I want to do the bigger ones first. Listen, I live close to crafting stores and I hardly ever go. I order everything. So, just be glad that you don't really live that close because, well, I mean, honestly, it doesn't tempt me because I just know that I'm probably not going to find exactly what I want. So I just order online anyways. But I'd rather order online. Alright, so just like that. I do have a few videos on YouTube, though, on how to do sublimation. We're going to be teaching it in the studio, too. We have sublimation machines over there. I'm going to show you how to design and how to make them. Yep. We're also going to be selling some of our designs that we've made. Alright. So the trick with this bow, remember the trick with this bow, is to alternate the side that you start off with on the tails. So we start here. So we're going to go in there. That is how you keep it in line. It's all about that little tail. That makes the biggest difference. Okay. And I'll tell y'all, there's a tons of other things you can do with sublimation, not just signs. There's a lot of other things you can do too. So, it's not just signs. Okay. So we're going to finish off with this one, which kind of ties them all in together. Put that one on there. So these are all at 6 inches. So you see how it works, right? So this has 1 loop, 2 loops, 1 loop. This will have 2. This had 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops. It'll have 1 loop. So it kind of alternates them and just fits in perfectly. There we go. I guess it has been a while since we did those mini bows. Alrighty. Let's get a zip tie. I need a better organizer over here. Don't you think?
What?
I need a better organizer over here.
Yeah, that one's too small.
Yeah. Okay. So run it under here. Alright, pull it out. Okay. So here's what's important here. The important thing is, you know where that indentation is, and you hold one side while you're running your zip tie around. Because what happens is, your ribbon is going to move with your zip tie, but if you have a hold of it, you can keep it in line and keep it from moving around. You want to make sure it stays in, because that's where you want it to be. Right where that indentation is, that's where it was in the bow maker. Okay, so we're going to run the pipe cleaner under there. Pull it tight. I do teach silhouette. I sure do. And cricket. Yep. Okay. So, like this. The tails, okay, are going to be off to the side. And they're going to be our little legs, right? Our little spider legs. All that does is help the bow look larger and rounder. See how it kind of gives that round appearance? Hold on. Let me pull y'all up. You can't see. So we just twist and pull. Twist, twist. And we're pulling on those tails and getting them kind of out and making that round. See? So you're just adjusting everything so that it rounds everything off. That looks tall. It is. All right, which one is this? It's this one. No. Hold on. There we go. Sometimes one of your ribbons will get out of line and you can fix it. If you can't pull it back into where it needs to be, one thing you can do, a little trick you can do, is you can take a little piece of pipe cleaner. Okay, so if you look at this, these are okay, right? But let's pretend like this one is too long. If you take a little piece at the bottom and you kind of pinch it, you just put a little bit of a pipe cleaner down here, just a tiny little bit, and kind of tuck it in there, trim that off. You're not going to see it, and it will shorten your loop so that your bow will then be fixed. Just showing you in case you can't get in there and fix it. Because sometimes you can't pull it out. It's too tight. Boys are good. They're tall. So tall. Oh my gosh. To me, they look like Amazons. I mean, they're not that tall. But they're pretty tall. They're not quite as tall as their dad, but they're getting there. Alright. So now we can put this on the wreath. Oh yeah, I'll put it up here. Alright. So we'll put this on over here. Oh. So remember, we always do this other thing. We take our mesh and we just kind of crumple it up. All we're doing is make a base to put under our bow so it won't sink in. So watch this. This is without anything. You see how it sinks in? This, we take this, we tie this under it. Then we tie it on, and even if I pull, I can't get it to sink in like I did the other time. It's because that mesh presents resistance. Okay. It is kind of a gold mesh. It's more like like a copper gold, but yeah, it's very similar. Like a dark gold, copper gold. There we go. It's a pretty fall color for sure. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, that might be a little bit big. All right, a little bit small. Hold on. Okay. Close your eyes. Sometimes that Mevo just makes me want to throw it out the window. Well, it's like I can't get it to, like it either wants to go really small or really big. I can't get it to like focus in. Okay. Hopefully I didn't just make y'all dizzy. They have grown a lot. I love it too, right? Okay, let's get our sign on. All right, so we're going to take, this is 26 gauge wire. So there is some things you can use the Cricut to do sublimation with. But you can actually convert the Epson Eco tanks to do sublimation with as well. Okay, so I'm just going to punch, just using my bead smith to punch a hole. Alright, and then we're going to put our wire in. Thank you, I'm glad y'all like it. And they've gotten shy as teenagers, so now they won't even think about coming on camera. We were talking the other day about the very first live I ever did. They were on it. And we were talking about that the other day. It's so funny to think of now. Alright, let's see. We need one of our weaving needles. This is our favorite thing. I love it too. Okay, so sublimation, what sublimation is it's a special ink that when it uses special ink and special paper. And when you put, yeah, we do, we make our own signs. When you put it on something that has polyester, so the signs have a polyester coating on them, it turns into a gas and it sublimates onto the sign. So in other words, it becomes part of it. So there's no way to scratch it off. Like you cannot take it off. It actually becomes a part of the sign. So that's the difference, right? So with vinyl, right, you can take vinyl up. Like there's some way you can scratch it. Even with UV, echo solvent, all those, there is still a way to somehow get it off. But with sublimation, you can get the weaving needles from Wreaths by Dawn on Etsy. or you can get them from Amazon. Oh yeah, I did list last month's kit, if you missed out. So it's a very different process. And it only works on polyester. So it won't work on cotton. And there are people out there who say you can use this way or that way to make it work on cotton. But it may or may not work, and it may or may not last. It's only guaranteed to work on polyester, so keep that in mind. Let's see, there we go. Make sure that's tight in there. It doesn't feel like it's getting on there. There we go. Okay, so we got our sign on. It's on there good. All right, so let's get up close. There's, wait, what are you seeing? There's the sign, there's the bow. So y'all see, there's the sign, there's the bow. Isn't that pretty? So you can stay back here so y'all can see. Ta-da!
Oh, yeah.
Always have to show Mom. So when we came in here tonight, Mom said, you need to move that cardboard box from your table. She does not like me to have messes in here at all.
Tacky.
She said, yeah, it's tacky. And I said, well, it's a box of ribbon. I want to show them. Well, okay. We just got these in, and I wanted to show them to y'all. We got these ribbons. I think it's either called mystery ribbon or surprise ribbon, but I wanted y'all to see what they look like because this ribbon is the bomb. Look at these. This is just one box. All the boxes are different, right? So look what's in this box. Like this one is killing me. That's one of those double-sided ribbons. This one, it's like one of those ones with the velvet stuff on them. This was all in that box. Isn't that pretty? This one has little glittery stuff, glitter, gold glitter, and a Halloween one. So they're kind of a combination of Halloween, Christmas. There's a few spring in here, but I haven't seen a whole bunch. But we priced them by the box because all of the boxes are different. So it's just easier just to let people get them by the box. And what we did is we got them at a reduced price. So they're like $4 a roll, which I could tell you. It's a really good price for these ribbons. So if you were wondering what these were, if you saw them in our shop and you were wondering what they were, that's what they are. Alright. Okay. So that's why I had the box in here. Yeah, she was like, seriously. I was like, I have a reason. I have a reason. I'm not being messy. Although, usually it's kind of messy in here. I won't lie. Yeah, Mom comes in here and she straightens it out because I'm a creative. And creatives don't have the neatest spaces. I have stuff on the floor. And there's like stuff back there. There are things hidden under the table. Yeah. I would like to say I'm really, I do have blank sides. There are blank sides listed on in my shop. I would like to say that I'm really organized and I'm just like, yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but I am creative. I am creative. I'm good with finances and I'm creative. That's about it. Alright, well I hope y'all have a great night. So tomorrow night we're doing, look what we're doing tomorrow.
Oh,
Wait, look at this mesh.
I like
It has the fray stuff on it.
I like it.
This is going to be cool. This one, we're going to do another poof one. We'll be doing it with this orange. And then, see, I think it's like a creative thing. Well, it's very hard to have an organized creative room because when you start designing, you're pulling stuff out. It's just hard to. So we're going to use this frayed edge mesh because I think this is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then this is the ribbons that go with this sign. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm probably going to cut these a tad smaller so that we can still see this mesh. So I have to think about it. I have to figure out what I want to do. But yeah, we especially have a lot of the 7x9 signs. So yeah. Yeah, and we have tons of stuff that's already recorded on. Yes, the box of ribbons, I think it's 12 ribbons for, is it 12 ribbons? Oh my gosh, I can't remember, Terry. But just remember to use your code, right? Use your code. So, this sign is in my store. Yep, it is. And this is a sign and ribbon set too, so, but both. Yeah. Alright, well y'all have a great night. I have something planned for Friday too, but I'm waiting to see if I'm going to get the ribbon in on time. Remember I said I wanted to do a purple and a turquoise fall wreath? Well, I found the ribbons that I wanted, so I'm just waiting for them to come in. Hopefully they'll come in by Friday. And if so, we'll do that one. Alright? Awesome. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock, for tomorrow's Designing Gals Thursday.